The most popular girl in school invited everyone in the group chat to her house for a birthday party. I looked at the photos she sent of her house. Isn't that my family's estate? Everyone was busy sucking up to her. She claimed her family was the richest. Dad, someone's using our house to pull a scam. My dad's the actual richest, the kind that makes it onto the Forbes billionaire list. Not gonna lie, I'm also good friends with the Prince of Qatar. Since I was kidnapped when I was a kid, I've always kept a low profile, just playing it cool like an average person. Lately, my dad's been traveling the world with my mom, and I'm living at school, so the butler's been taking care of the house. A few days ago, I told the butler I had a research project this week and wouldn't be back home for the weekend. Didn't expect it to turn into this mess. I guess I need to clean up the house's internal affairs a bit. Roommate A: oh my god, I've never seen such a luxurious house. It's beyond extravagant. Roommate B: no wonder the school beauty looks so gorgeous, like a real-life princess. Roommate C: yeah, did you guys get a personal invite from her too? Wanna go shopping for some new clothes together before we go? Me: sorry, she didn't invite me, so I'm not going. I kind of knew why she didn't invite me. Maybe it's because the guy she likes turned out to be my boyfriend, or maybe because I was more popular than her even without entering the beauty contest. One of my roommates gasped dramatically. No way, Judy, she mentioned it in the group. Maybe she just forgot, going together should be fine, right? I shook my head and stayed silent. Of course I'm going. It's just a trip home. I wasn't surprised when I found out she invited my boyfriend too. Well, it makes sense she didn't invite you. Why don't you come as my plus one? I looked at him like he was an idiot. Can you help me pick out a gift for her? It's fine if it's expensive. I'll cover it. Just make sure it's from a high-end brand for the impression. I glared at him. I'm not going to her party, you go yourself. He nodded. Fair enough, you guys didn't get along anyway. But help me pick a gift, and maybe I can get a foot in the door at her family's company after graduation. So that's how it is. Good, it doesn't take long to see someone for who they really are. Let's break up. I turned to leave, but he grabbed me. Judy, can't you be more mature? We're graduating soon, and I'm thinking about our future here. If I can make things easy for us, you could live comfortably. Hopeless. I shook off his hand. I don't need that. He stormed off, fuming. In the afternoon, a crowd gathered, and I went to have a look. Sure enough, it was Rose again. Wow, Rose, that bag isn't cheap, is it? I know that brand, Hermes, like the ultimate luxury in bags. Rose, no, it's nothing, we're all the same. Don't put me on a pedestal, my dad just happened to buy it for me. It's really not that big of a deal. Quite humble. It's an outdated bag I casually tossed in the storage, but she treats it like treasure. A fashion-savvy girl piped up. Isn't that a bag from a few years back? I remember seeing it in a magazine. Rose's face turned different shades. She tried to stay calm. Oh yeah, I still carry it occasionally because I like the design. Nice save. Faker. Somehow she overheard my low-voiced jab and approached me teary-eyed. Judy, I haven't done anything to you, right? Today I'm just a bit more put together because of a family gathering. I don't usually do this. How could you talk bad about me? The murmurs got louder. Seriously, she doesn't usually flaunt her wealth. She's quite low-key, attacking her is too much. Can't afford a designer bag but badmouth others, how disgraceful. Rose, ignore her. None of us think that way about you. Some people are just jealous. Let's not engage. I couldn't be bothered to argue, and thankfully the bell rang, bringing peace to my ears. After class, as I was heading back to the dorm, Rose blocked my way, hands crossed, staring me down. Judy, come over this weekend. Don't say I didn't invite you. Not going. Her smug smile faltered but quickly returned. Maybe you've never seen high society and are afraid of the difference? It's fine. It's good to broaden your horizons. Your roommates and your boyfriend, your ex, are coming too. I rolled my eyes as my roommates swarmed around. Yeah, Judy, come with us. My patience was really wearing thin. How many times do I have to say not going? For the last time, I'm not going. I grabbed my backpack and left, ignoring their snarky remarks. The weekend approached quickly, and she had the nerve to come by every dorm to remind everyone once more. Just enjoy the fun, no need for gifts. My roommates assured her they would be there. I was applying a face mask, a special product from my family's skincare expert. These aren't sold in stores, just a thin layer, but packed with rich minerals. Rose picked up the package beside me and started being passive-aggressive. Judy, is this mask from a sketchy brand without any ingredient labels? Your face is too precious for cheap stuff or you might end up ruining it. Here, I'll bring you a couple of masks from my overseas collection next time. That smug face was annoying. I ignored her and continued watching my show. Since I didn't respond, she left. Early morning in the dorm was a racket, just 6 a.m. and my temper flared. It's the weekend. Keep it down, will you? Judy, you're up? Get ready, do your makeup. Rose said we'd leave for her house at 9 and party till night, just in time to get back before dorm curfew. Do they not understand what I say? I'm not going to her party, you guys go ahead, just keep it down. I pulled the curtains shut. I was up late binging shows till dawn, needed rest for the drama to unfold. Heard their disgruntled mutters. They think I'm all high and mighty. Sorry, but that's just how I am. When I woke, the dorm was empty. I ordered some takeout, gotta eat up for what's coming. As I waited for my food, I scrolled through my phone. Group chats were 100 messages deep. Twitter abuzz with showing off. School beauty's house, who's shedding tears of poverty? Extravagant screams across the screen. I'm a basic creature but so in love. Thrilled to be invited to the princess's estate. First time living the rich life. Sharing the joy of experiencing luxury through photos. Thank you, Miss Rose, the gap between people is indescribable. See that? That doghouse is a step up from my place. But seriously, human like a dog in a fancy kennel. The pics featured my golf course, private theater and artificial lake. I want to hold your hand and never let go. This is my ex-boyfriend's Twitter. Just realized I forgot to delete him. There's a picture of the two of us holding hands and gazing at each other in my garden. I gotta admit, we did look good together, 2 peas in a pod. Thinking about his pig hands holding mine makes me nauseous. The shoes he's wearing and the watch on his wrist were bought by me. And all he ever got me was a cheap lipstick, in that awful Barbie pink. Really got the short end of the stick on that. Then there's Rose in her fancy outfit, definitely not cheap, and a serious upgrade from what she usually wears. But why does it all seem so familiar? Aren't those the clothes, shoes, and bag I forgot about in the corner of my closet? They were gifts from my girlfriends, and I've never worn them because of the brand logos. It's bad enough they're using my house, but going through my room crosses a line. They better not have touched my stuff or else. After finishing my lunch, I stretched a bit and threw on some clothes before heading out. I didn't call for a driver, just got myself an Uber. Guess what? I scored a ride in a Rolls-Royce. When I saw the car, it was even nicer than mine. Some rich kid must be slumming it. I got in. Hi, are you the passenger ending in 1008? I mumbled a yes. That voice, it rang a bell. My eyes shifted from my phone to the driver. Vincent. The guy up front smiled, effortlessly charming as he gripped the steering wheel. Finally recognized me? What are you doing driving an Uber? You need money? He chuckled, probably at my expense, turning my cheeks tomato red. You're still adorable as ever. Vincent is my dad's star pupil. He later set up his own company, H Group, and it's doing amazing. My dad always says this guy will surpass him one day. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I like hearing people's stories. Just so happened to see a familiar number today, and took the ride. I hadn't checked the driver's profile earlier. Rookie mistake. So, our Judy got any stories for me? I spilled the tea on that wicked girl messing with my house. It's been frustrating. Classmates shading me, roommates isolating me, breaking up with the boyfriend, and now my house is being taken over. I thought I was okay with it, but in front of someone familiar, it made me feel all sorts of wronged. He got all serious, jaw clenched, and I could see it from the back. This really happened? Did you tell Harry? That got me started. My dad and his wife are off on some world tour, forgetting about me, their daughter. Haven't reached out in days and I don't want to interrupt their lovey-dovey time. Whatever, I can handle this mess on my own. Anything you need, just let me know. I got your back. Blushing again. This old man breaking the rules with his warmth. Vincent is older, 9 years I think. Always treated me like a little sister. But as he got busier with my dad, catch-ups became rare. We chatted some more and reached my place. Vincent's car was already on the gates list, so entering was smooth. Pretty lively inside, with loud party music blaring. Turning my house into a nightclub, huh? Vincent parked, joining me as I got out. You don't need to head back? He gave me a gentle smile and a head pat. I wasn't planning to take rides today just for you. Let's go, make me proud. A man in a suit with that kind of aura, impressive. I followed his confident strides. As we approached the parking area, curious classmates gathered to catch a glimpse of the fancy car. Didn't they notice my garage? Forgot it needed fingerprints to enter. Rose strolled out, wine glass in hand, eyes on me. Judy? Didn't expect you. Seeing everyone's snaps got you jealous? Now you're here, enjoy yourself. You might never get another chance like this. Jack beside her frowned at me. Judy, have some pride. You didn't care before, right? Still want a taste of the good life? And just as people were starting to spread out, Vincent stepped in. Pardon me, miss. That car's mine. Didn't know I became your chauffeur. Jack eyed Vincent, then glared at me. Judy, so that's why you broke up so suddenly, huh? Found yourself a sugar daddy? Their uppity attitudes were laughable. I ignored them, went straight inside. Rose, seeing my indifference, hurried to stop me. In the process, she knocked over a ceramic piece my dad had put by the entrance for auction. I think it wasn't too costly, maybe just 500 grand compared to the mega million ones. Not really about the money, but my dad's sentiment over these little things. I gave her a sympathetic look. Rose, you're in trouble. Miss Rose sure knows how to break things. Just like that, $500,000 gone. She was frazzled, speechless. Judy, this isn't your place to lecture. It's our house. Doesn't concern you what breaks here. I narrowed my eyes, eyebrow raised at Rose's flunky. Oh really? Others chimed in softly, agreeing. Yeah, it's their family's business, not yours. Vincent was ready to say something, but I stopped him. Ignoring the snide comments, I shouted, Siri. Our house has some futuristic tech, it recognizes owners. I'm here. Who's the owner of this house? The owner of Clock Manor is Harry, the lady of the manor is Monica, and the little princess is Judy. People looked around confused, eyes on me. Rose finally lost her cool. Judy, where'd you get that nonsense from? What lies are you spewing? It's obvious, isn't it? This is my home. She started losing it, screaming, you're lying. Look at the stuff you usually wear and use. They're all no-name, cheap products. How can you claim this place is your home? I'm really tired of this. I told her the truth. All right, princess. My household items are all custom designed by the world's top designers with the finest materials. They're one of a kind globally, unmatched by any brand. I'm not worried about other stuff. What concerns me is whether she entered my room. Technically speaking, only me, my parents, and the housekeeper who cleans my room can access it with our fingerprints. Ignoring everyone, I headed straight to the elevator leading to my room, leaving them talking and guessing behind me. Once inside, I frowned, couldn't hold it in any longer. Absolutely couldn't. Most of my clothes had clearly been tried on. To me, they're now trash. It's not that I'm a diva. I just have OCD and can't accept wearing clothes others have worn. I called the butler. Oliver, you'd better get back to the estate right away. Furious, I headed downstairs without delay. Rose kneeled, sliding towards me. Judy, I'm sorry. Please don't hold me accountable. How did the mood change so much just from going upstairs? Is this the Rose I knew? I looked at Vincent, puzzled. Nothing much. I just explained some laws to her, he said. Capitalists really handle things straightforwardly. I leaned down to her. All right, tell me, what did you do wrong? Poor little thing, crying her eyes out. If she hadn't messed up my place like this, I might have given her a pass. But she crossed the line. I claimed your house as mine and broke your stuff, she admitted. Wrong. You shouldn't have entered my room and touched my things, I said, raising my voice, visibly scaring her. Vincent squeezed my hand and patted my head. Good girl. Don't be upset. I'll buy you new stuff, okay? I felt better and nodded. Just then, the butler rushed back, panting a little. Sorry, miss. I failed to manage the house properly. Rose grabbed Oliver's hand as soon as she saw him. Uncle, help me. I don't want to go to jail, she pleaded. Oliver looked at the mess and shook his head, prying her hand away. Young miss, I'm sorry. Today was my niece's birthday, and she begged me to hold a party at the estate. I caved and gave the staff a day off, not expecting this chaos. I'll take full responsibility. I hope you can forgive Rose, she was just being vain. So I have to pay for her vanity? No way. I'm no saint. My maximum tolerance is restoring my home. Calculate the cost of everything ruined in my room and my dad's ceramics. Then we'll discuss compensation. Oliver glanced at Rose and nodded. All right, miss. And about you, I'll let my dad handle it, I added. Understood, miss. Oliver then dragged Rose out. Finally, some peace restored. But looking at my classmates, I was getting a headache. Everyone, let's wrap it up. I'm not in the mood to deal with this crowd, I said. Sorry, Judy, we shouldn't have said anything before. Yeah, we didn't know. Please forgive us, they chorused. Completely drained, I waved it off. All right. I'll have the butler arrange rides back to school for you all. And let's pretend today never happened. I'm not into being high profile or being discussed. Also, those who posted pictures of my home online, delete them, I added. Everyone agreed, splitting into action. Without waiting for them to leave, I left first. Vincent took me to a gaming arcade, the kind you book for yourself. Our little princess isn't happy today. Come on, it's on Vincent. Enjoy to the fullest. He gets me. After the events today, I really needed a pick-me-up. Might as well enjoy myself. It's important to treat yourself right. Afterward, he took me for a gourmet meal. Once we'd eaten well, he dropped me back at school. If you can't tell Harry, you can always tell me, all right? He said. I nodded, feeling grateful to have someone got my back. On the way to my dorm, I felt strange eyes watching me. Was I extra pretty today? Or was there something on my face? Once I opened the door to the dorm, my 3 roommates crowded around. Judy, you're back. Tired? Come sit. I'll get you some water. Roommate Emma sat me down in my chair and went to fetch water with my cup. Once Emma left, roommate Sophia pressed me back down. Judy, let me give you a massage. I'm good at it, you'll see. I had to admit it felt pretty nice. Roommate Lily added. Judy, I took out the trash and tidied up. I raised an eyebrow. Were they really having a change of heart? Okay, spill it. What's up, suddenly treating me so well? What's the catch? No catch. Our dorm has always been harmonious. Helping each other is our virtue. I could almost laugh. I almost believed it, but these 3 have always been secretly competitive, not easily messed with. They'd argue over the lights. Then surprisingly, after fighting, they'd go back to pretending to be BFFs, eating together and gossiping the next day. Girls are truly enigmatic creatures. Yeah, we've always been good sisters. Judy, I don't know why you never invited us over. Now I get it, you just like being low-key. Exactly, Judy, your house's man-made lake is huge. Can we hang there next time? I knew they had strong vanity, but at least they were being pleasant. Maybe some other time. The water fetching Emma returned. Here, Judy, your water. Just the right temperature. I accepted the cup and moved Sophia's hands from my shoulders. Enough. Aren't you tired? Don't butter me up, just stay out of each other's way like before. Now go rest. Though I said that, these ladies didn't quite listen. The next few days they brought me meals and bubble tea, signed attendance for me, and even kept the dorm super quiet to not disturb me. Honestly, kind of cute. You really don't need to cater to me. Just do your thing. This feels weird. All right, they replied. You say one thing, but your actions say another. I gotta admit, this attitude is a complete 180 from before. Maybe keeping secrets about identity isn't the best move after all. I mentioned this to my dad, who's off traveling. Honestly, I'm just not trusting Oliver right now. He's already transferred the money to the family account. After working for us so many years, he's got some money to spare, but he's not trustworthy anymore. My dad quickly hired a new manager. When I got home, everything was back to normal. The clothes and stuff in my room had been replaced with new designs. I had the staff donate the old ones. The new manager is one of the folks my dad groomed. Though older than my dad, he's straightforward. In business, straightforward folks often get outplayed, so my dad brought him home. I'm pretty pleased with that decision. Rose's reputation took a hit, and she avoids me whenever I'm around, which is honestly a relief. Jack tried to get back together with me for a while, begging and stuff, but it just didn't work. I'm not into useless guys like him. I eventually got someone to warn him off. I thought my life would settle into calm. Then one day I got kidnapped again. A familiar fear from childhood came rushing back. Turns out, flaunting wealth just leads to trouble. It's another enemy my dad made, but I was shocked to see Rose there too. I got shoved into a small room with Rose clinging to some bald guy. Leo, you need to teach this Judy a lesson. She made my life miserable. Rose still hasn't changed. She's got such a grudge against the wealthy, it's ridiculous. I discreetly touched my necklace. Rose, get a grip. We've got no beef, right? Or if we do, you're the one who's got beef with me. Using my name was one thing, but now kidnapping? That's classic. She gave a smirk. Doesn't matter if it's classic as long as it works. Leo, what about you messing around with a kid? You really think my dad's gonna let you off? Doing the same thing 10 years later. You sure haven't learned. How was the prison food? I was keeping a brave face, but inside I was terrified. My words seemed to rile him up. Gutsy kid, huh? This time you won't be so lucky. Heard your dad's off in Antarctica. I didn't even know my dad's whereabouts, and to hear it from a foe, so embarrassing. Let's all go to hell together then. You kill me, my dad will get you eventually. Not a waste, and hey, we'll have company down there. He laughed instead of getting mad. That spirit of yours, just like your dad's, so proud. Proud? Thank you, I guess. He pushed Rose aside and walked over to me, gripping my chin and tapped my face. Relax, won't let you die. Such a pretty face, how could I? Rose got worried, failing to get the hint. Leo, you promised to help teach Judy a lesson. You can't let her go. Leo dug at his ear and then slapped Rose. Women and their chatter. I don't take orders from you. Rose held her cheek, crying. I got it. He dragged me to the dining area, clapped his hands to signal the dishes to come out, and invited me to sit across from him. Eat. Don't say I didn't treat you right. This wasn't a meal, looked like poison to me, freaked me out. He placed a piece of meat in my bowl. Eat up. Need the strength. Honestly, I was pretty hungry, my mouth watered. When I didn't touch the food, he seemed to get a bit mad. Eat. He startled me. Since he'd just eaten some, it shouldn't be poisoned. I calmly picked up chopsticks and ate in an orderly manner. And damn, it was pretty tasty. Uncle, who's your cook? This is amazing. Mine's been slacking, I'm losing weight. Rose stood there, staring daggers at me, but didn't dare act. I even caught her swallowing her spit. Don't let my laid-back act fool you. I was sweating bullets, terrified. I ate slowly, trying to buy time. This guy's dangerous. Known for his cruel methods. Rumor has it he has a room full of tools just for torturing people slowly. But eventually, time runs out and my bowl's empty. I nervously looked at him. Can I have more? For some reason, when he saw I finished eating, he seemed in a great mood. You should be full, he said. Now it's time for the real deal. His men dragged me to the basement, and like the rumors say, it reeked of blood. Hooks, saws, knives, chains, ropes, handcuffs all around. Even Rose freaked out, covering her mouth. She had no idea about the psycho she got involved with. With gloves on, he sharpened his knife. No worries, these are my treasures, they're adorable. Scares the hell out of me, this guy's a real psycho. Leo called Rose over, and she shook as she walked. He grabbed her hair, eyes full of menace. Scared? You're bold to mess with me. Ever hear that women who get involved with Leo don't leave this villa alive? Rose shouted in tears, begging for her life, shaking so much she couldn't stand. I was scared too, not showing it as much though. He picked up a sharp knife, tapped it on her face. Should I take your tongue out first or your eyes? In the next second, she was on the ground, crying, hugging his leg. I'm sorry, Leo, I really am. Please let me go. He kicked her away and glanced at me. Don't worry, you're next. Hearing that line, I couldn't help but be scared. I wanted to live a lot longer, you know? This Rose, she really messes things up. Can't do a useful thing if her life depended on it. And now she's dragged herself into a mess. He pulled her back up, setting her on the table, and then pinned her down. Chains attached to fixed points were used to cuff her. Rose kept struggling, but it was all in vain. I wanted to save her, but I couldn't think of a way to do that without risking myself. Sweat trickled from my forehead, my heart was in my throat. Once everything was set, he picked up his small knife again. He gently traced it across Rose's face. Don't move, okay? Can't guarantee where this knife might poke. Rose dared not take a breath, staring as the knife broke her skin. Blood was already starting to seep through. My heart skipped a beat. Wait. He paused, looking at me with interest. Don't rush, the process isn't finished yet. No, I'm saying, where's the bathroom? I need to go. Is this really the time to think about that? This pathetic attempt just makes me despise myself. Our little lady needs to use the bathroom, huh? I'll go with you. I clutched my hands together, forcing a laugh. No need. I suddenly don't really need to go anymore. He stabbed the knife into a wooden item nearby. Don't go if you don't want to. Stop playing games with me. I'm not in the mood to entertain you. Leo grabbed another tool. I couldn't tell what it was, but it looked cruel and brutal. It seemed like a new gadget. He didn't know how to use it and was inspecting it. I quietly shifted my body, moving towards the door, trying to unlock it. The moment the lock clicked open, it sounded unbearably loud. Leo's attention shifted to me, angrily storming over and grabbing my throat. He tilted his head, giving me a terrifying look. I hate disobedience, yet you choose to defy me. I coughed, feeling as though I was suffocating. Just when I thought it was the end for me, the basement door swung open. A whole bunch of cops charged in with guns, tackling Leo. Vincent arrived next, catching me as I collapsed. He touched my face and said, "I'm sorry I was late." I couldn't hold it together anymore and passed out. When I woke up, I was in a hospital room reeking of disinfectant. I caught snippets of a conversation. "This young lady is fine. Once she wakes, it's all good, no meds, no four needed." Then why hasn't she woken yet? Probably fainted from nerves or fear. She'll be fine soon. Why are there marks on her neck? Just apply some ointment. They'll be gone by tomorrow. That? I couldn't listen anymore. I called out to him. "Vincent." He quickly came over. "Are you all right?" I shook my head. "I'm fine, ready to go home." "Okay." Back home, Mom and Dad had just returned from abroad. "Oh, my poor baby, come let Mom hug you. Are you okay?" I reassured her I'm fine, really just took a nap. Dad punched the door, furious. "This Leo. I warned him after the first time. How dare he try it again? Thank God I installed a panic button in your necklace. Who knows what could have happened?" It wasn't entirely Leo's fault. Rose was the real instigator, whispering God knows what into his ear. Otherwise, Leo wouldn't have come after me again. I asked about Rose's situation. "Honey, don't worry about that. I spoke with the principal, she won't be attending school anymore. I'll make sure she's held legally accountable. But after last night's events, she's not quite herself mentally. Oliver took her back to her hometown for now. People who harm others end up hurting themselves. One should just stick to their own duties. Always trying to stir trouble? Well, this time it backfired. News of my kidnapping and my wealthy background spread like wildfire. For my safety, my dad got me 2 bodyguards to protect me covertly. Since everyone already knew, I figured there's no point in being low-key anymore, driving my fancy car to school every day. During class, everyone was chatting about the World Cup, how seeing it live would be such a thrill. I suddenly remembered a close friend from Qatar had given me a tower of tickets. I pulled them from my bag. "Wanna go? Then just go." There was a moment of silence before thunderous screams echoed across the classroom, even into the entire school building. "Judy, you're my hero." I smiled, thinking how true it is, money can bring happiness. Jack approached me again. "Judy, do I really not stand a chance? I've said it many times, yes, and for the last time, don't come looking for me again." He seemed worn down, stubble growing on his face. "Alright, I get it, but I still wanted to say I truly loved you." Well, his love seems pretty cheap. That's when Vincent showed up to pick me up, inviting me as his date for a banquet tonight, which I happily accepted. "You made it." I intentionally looped my hand through his arm, putting on a show for Jack, hoping he'd back off and stop bothering me. Vincent chuckled softly, touching my hand. "Yeah, I'm here. Let's go." I nodded, linking arms with Vincent as we got into his car under Jack's watchful gaze. At the banquet, Vincent held me close as we danced. Our posture seemed quite intimate. My face must have been beet red. He whispered in my ear, "Feeling shy?" I feigned calmness. "Who's shy?" He chuckled lowly, "It's me." I looked up into his eyes, my heart leapt without reason. "So, Miss Judy, would you give me the title? I've had a crush on you for quite a while, waiting for this moment." He confessed he'd liked me for a long time but felt it was a crime. "Finally, I'm grown now and the time feels right." I softly said, "Mm-hmm." He seemed thrilled, flashing a smile with all 8 perfectly aligned teeth. "What?" I said, "I'm your princess now."